Lights, camera, debate, ignite, passion strong under the spotlight. Tune in for the clash, tune in for the spark. The critic and the cynic light up the dark.
Welcome back to The Critic and the Cynic, and now we go on to the final film that we're going to be talking about in this podcast episode, which is called The Finnish Line, Finnish being like the country.
Okay, but why does the poster look like that movie we used to have to watch all the time?
Eight Below, or...
No, I was thinking like Balto or something weird, like a kid's movie.
It's, what you have on the poster, by the way, guys, is you have a couple... being pulled by a bunch of sled dogs. You know, the winter sled dogs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm not...
So, the Finnish Line in itself is a play on words. I'm guessing there's a race. You have them in the middle of the snow, in the middle of, looks like Antarctica or something, but it's Finland, getting pulled by these dogs.
Ooh, this one's called, or the genre is romance and adventure.
That's the first time I think I've seen adventure. Except that doesn't make sense. Jingle Bell Run was an adventure. Anyways, so let's read the tagline. An underdog tale of hearts racing in Finland.
Yay. Sounds enticing.
Exciting, yes, I know. So we have a premise here. Anya follows her father's footsteps in sled dog racing. In Finland, she enters his last race, but her lead dog is injured. Teaming with Cole's dog, who the heck is Cole, she battles her father's rival Monty while learning to trust her new canine partner to win. Okay. Alright
then.
What do you think?
I feel like it's going to be a kid's movie. I don't know.
It's not going to be a kid's movie.
I know, but it feels like a kid's movie because all the kids' movies we had when we were growing up were about dogs for some reason.
Well, there's that one movie that I keep thinking about just looking at the poster of that Cuba Gooding Jr. movie. I think it's 8 Below. No, Snow Dogs. Sorry. There's another one called 8 Below with Paul Walker. Paul Walker's got a Snow Dog type of movie, and so does Cuba Gooding Jr., which is just called Snow Dogs. Both Disney films, okay? So that's what I'm thinking of when I first see this poster for The Finnish Line. I don't know what to think of it, because those movies that I just listed off weren't really anything that struck me as interesting. I'm not really a dog sled kind of person.
And you don't remember Balto? Where he had to get like the medicine to the dying children? I think it was based on a true story. I don't know. That's one I had to watch all the time as a kid.
Name doesn't ring.
And he wasn't really a sled dog. He was like a stray.
Was it a cartoon?
Yes, it was a cartoon.
Yeah, I did not see it then. The only kind of dog cartoon movies I've seen were All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Well, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the movies when we were kids were about dogs.
Not all of them.
Well, a lot of them.
Okay, so that was The Finnish Line. So what we have here...
Come on.
Air Bud. How about it? How about that? How about that movie?
I would like the last hour and a half of my life back.
Okay, well, yeah, as soon as we started and you saw like two frames of a dog running, you were like, crap!
Okay, because it looked like it was straight out of like the 80s. It was bad.
Well, a lot of the movie actually felt like it was straight out of the 80s in terms of visual production, in terms of visual effects. The entire thing to me felt like it was staged in front of a green screen, and you could tell at certain points that was definitely the case, and I had pointed it out to you. But do you think the movie was crap, or do you think it got better overall?
I think it was fine, like all the rest of them, and fine is a very loose term that means I'd rather not watch these.
Well, that's fine. But yeah, my main issue with it was that it was Finnish in terms of half of the characters in there spoke with a thick Finnish accent.
Yeah, you had a really hard time understanding them. I did not, unless they were talking really fast with background noise. Then I'm just like, huh?
No, it literally, to me, sounded like gibberish. And I'm like, did you catch what they said? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, how? How?
With my ears. But you have all day not been hearing the things that I'm saying. Maybe it's just you.
I'm telling you, they were all speaking. Oh, I do believe that a big chunk of the movie was indeed shot in Finland. However, unlike the whatever Irish movie, Luck of the Irish, what was it called?
Not called Luck of the Irish. That is that Disney movie.
The Disney Channel original movie. Yeah. That was a good one.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, we have to watch this junk.
No, okay, so the whatever Irish movie that we saw that also took place in Ireland, they actually shot it there, and as I said in that review, it was kind of like a screensaver movie. One of the main positives that you could say about it was that it was beautiful, the landscape. This, I never really felt that with. I understand that they shot at least part of it in Finland, but I never really believed it, other than the fact that clearly they had Finnish actors.
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to add to that.
When I was looking up comments for this movie, a lot of people like it because the dogs are cute. That was always going to be the case.
Okay, but the dogs were barely in it, to be fair. Like,
yeah.
All they are running around, but
they're just, well, yeah.
They're not characters.
They're not, right, they're not characters as you would expect them to be for somebody to rate it high for the dogs.
Yeah.
They also liked the best friend in the movie.
She was fun. I like the cousin.
And you like the cousin. And the cousin's one of the characters that I couldn't understand.
Well, yeah, but I could understand him and I liked him. I thought he was fun.
I don't know. I don't love this one. There was aspects that I thought were funny, like they had that Santa Claus scene. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, the fact that dog sledding in general, you can squint your eyes a little bit and it's like Santa getting pulled by a reindeer.
They had reindeer. You didn't even need to pretend.
Well, yes. But then again, there's no such thing as reindeer sledding, I don't think. Like sports.
Well, no, but they were getting pulled in a sled by reindeer.
Okay, that's fine. But I don't know. I was mostly bored. I feel like I would be a little bit pulled in more so to the story had I been able to understand half of the people.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. I was looking forward to this one the least out of everything that we saw this week, but maybe that's just me. Do you have 3 positives for it? Let's see. Positives.
Yeah, the cousin. The cousin was fun.
You like the cousin. I like the best friend.
I also like the leading man. I was familiar with him and other things.
Right, even though I could have sworn when they introduced his character that he had a Finnish accent.
Because he was faking. He didn't want her to know who he was at first. It was like a mistaken identity thing.
I don't know if I have another positive.
Yeah, because all of those positives were about the casting.
The casting's good. Nah, I mean
I liked the whole lifelong dream of going to Finland and racing. I think that's fine. That could.
Oh, there's that one scene in the movie what got really tense, really quick.
That is true. This was the most like life or death scene that we have seen in any of these movies.
Oh yeah, she almost died. She was gonna fall off a mountain, and then they pulled her to safety because of the dogs.
Course,
the dogs, yeah.
They were always gonna pull her to safety.
That was a good scene. I'll say that. How would you rate it?
50. I just don't even care.
She's automatic. I'm gonna rate it a nice 22.
22. Why? Because you couldn't understand the Finnish people.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like smiling and nodding as if I understand anything that's happening, and I really don't. I'm just get to the part where they pull the sleds and then there's the dogs, and then eventually at the end the guy and the girl's gonna kiss. I have no idea what they're saying or what anything means or what anybody means to each other, but I'm just waiting for these moments to happen, and they do.
Okay, well, of course they do. Have we not seen enough of this by now?
So, 22.
Anyway, would you have used your crap button had you still had it?
Yes.
I'm still holding on to mine.
All right. There's only 10 more movies.
And there will be a stinker in there.
So there's 2 podcast episodes left for this season of the podcast. As far as I know, each episode from here on out will be 5 episodes each, unless some kind of random movie comes out again.
Because you already missed a movie, and I had to remind you that it was on the list.
Well, apparently it just wasn't on mine. Okay, so that was The Finnish Line.